final game in the eSERIE season. And it's such a hard one to call still. I know Kareem with that advantage, but Auburn definitely did have his opportunities. That big one that we talked about as well, that should have been converted. It was not. You've got to imagine he's going to have some more of those chances here, Raggett.
Yeah, and he's been doing it before. I mean, being behind and coming back. So
he's done it in every game so far this week.
Exactly. So that's why it's hard to call him out. It's not necessarily what we want to do just yet. There's going to be opportunities for both players for sure. I think it's going to be very important for the match how Kareem is going to approach the start of the match, because if he continues like he did in the end of the first leg, it's going to be very tough for Auburn.
Could be a long day for him. If Auburn can find a goal here, it's going to be heading towards the back post. Ibrahimovic is there. Perisic will retake possession. No. Going to Reno. Out to Ibra once more. Sweet trying to get something going there with the L2 fake shot. Not going to work out this time around. Ball given away though. Obrigado on his way back will intercept it. Eventually finds his way towards Perisic. Is that a foul? It is not. Auburn will not be able to get a hold of the ball, and Kareem can potentially counter-attack here. Player switching coming on through, and there's a little bit of space here for R9 or Hullet, whichever way that Brahim wants to go. So Hullet now back to Brahim. Men back in numbers now for Torino. Teo Hernandez.
Just waiting here, recycling it. Smart play. And you can see, just loses it there, but you can see what he wants to. He wants once again to bait. He's looking for the right opportunity, and this could be it for Auburn.
Ibra here. Can the defender get across? Yes, he can. Well defended by Kareem. Big moment. Ronaldinho now from the corner will pass it inside to Koulibaly. It's going to find its way to Perisic, and all of a sudden Auburn has a goal. It's from absolutely nothing. The corner gets passed across. The assist for Koulibaly, the goal for Ivan Perisic levels things up here for Auburn.
It looks so simple, just getting so much space and allowing him to just run inside the box and make a short pass. I can understand if you allowed the cross coming to the forward post, but it's like a thumb rule. You need to apply some pressure on your opponent if he's taking the ball short on a corner, and he doesn't manage to do that there, and in a final against a player like Auburn, he'll take that.
He'll take those chances all day long. And now we are level. Can Kareem respond in turn? To Nolan. Ball forward now to Di Lorenzo. The fullback's getting involved, which is going to open up a little bit of space now. Brahim to Dybala. The Argentinian getting away down this right-hand side. Back to Di Lorenzo. The pass back is poor. Torino will survive this attack and get the counter themselves here. Ronaldinho, is he going to get away? Maybe just into space. Maybe orchestrate this attack.
He's playing very well right now, Auburn. Once again, off to a good start off the second leg here. Trying to do the sprint boost here. Yeah, quite a lot. It's too much. And it seems like he's starting to show all the things that he can also do on the virtual pitch, because we haven't seen it a lot until the final here. So maybe a little bit of an element of a surprise.
Is it going to be there for R9? The pass inside finds his way through. Back to Ronaldinho. Well defended by the side of Venezia, and from Kareem. A little bit of possession I don't think would go as awry here for Kareem, but it's going to be the ball forward here to Dybala. Back inside now. Tonali. There's a bit of space there for Ronaldinho momentarily, but Dybala will get a hold of it. He does have a wicked left peg on him, we know that. Di Lorenzo. Back inside to Tonali. The attacking momentum may be building here for Kareem. He had that lead, it's now gone. 30 minutes in. It's an even game so far. Tonali back inside to hold a little bit of room to play with. Yeah, well defended there by the side of Auburn. Koulibaly gets across, and it's just good defending from both players every time that one comes forward to attack.
I think they definitely have shown why they are the two best players currently in Italy. Really closing each other out well, and also looking dangerous every time they get the ball. They really are. It's a good pass.
Oh, that is a good ball. R9 just chooses the wrong way. Is this a counter-attacking opportunity? The defender steps up to stop the ball being clipped over the top there for Dybala. Hullet will have to recycle this one, although it doesn't have too many options. One of them is Tonali in the middle and loses it. A heavy touch that R9 will snap up all day long. Now all of a sudden there's a little bit of room here for Torino to play with. Ibrahimovic. Pass inside R9 is potentially on. Does go for the shot, and well, Magnan will happily gather that one all day long.
Just building it up here. Tonali. Short passing.
And let's see what Brahim can do with it out here. He has enjoyed using this Brahim item so far. Back inside to Tonali. Now a little bit of room here for Hullet as the pass finds his way in. And R9 in the box! And it's just that little bit of room for the midfielder who can find the pass into the Brazilian. And it's all from the run down the right-hand side. Brahim has been such a catalyst for Kareem. But it's R9 with the cherry on top. And there's 2-1 lead now for the side of Venezia and for Kareem. And for Auburn, he has to do it all again.
Yeah, it's a very nice goal once again, just working the ball into the box and finding R9, and that's obviously the player you want to have there receiving the ball. You can go both ways. Just somehow find the angle. I thought almost that Auburn had closed the far post. Kareem just finds this angle, and then it's an easy goal for him. Very well worked, but on the other hand here.
Ibrahimovic is in, left-footed shot, and there you go, out of nothing. And Kareem can only sigh. It's a mistake from his side, I think, to leave the Swede on his own. It's a chance out of nothing that Kareem will concede. It's a ball where it's a left-footed strike. It's as simple as you're likely to see all weekend long. And once again, Auburn ties things up.
I feel like both players defensively on the two recent goals is doing everything right. It seems like they read what the opponent's actually going to do. I like the ball roll here he just does Auburn, because he
goal would have felt a little bit easily given away.
Yeah, definitely, and it's also been interesting to see the two contrasts of the player, the way they are like mentally behaving under a final and how their body languages are. It's two totally different styles, which just shows that you can be both kinds of a player and still like win titles or be very close.
Well, there's only a half maybe that is going to separate these two, but Brahim here again. Kettering his way through. It's R9 inside the box. He's found him once more. Which way is he going to go with it? Is it going to fall here to Ronaldinho inside the box this time for Kareem? It's a little bit of luck that it falls his way. But every time that Kareem gets a sight of goal, the ball hits the back of the net. He's in the lead again.
Wow. These last 10 minutes of this match has been extraordinary. Just goals, goals, goals. And of course a little bit fortunate here for Kareem, but usually the one who gets fortunate are the ones that are searching for these margins, and he takes them. You have to do it, and that's also what competitive FIFA is. There will be margins, and what matters is that you take them and not your opponent.
Well, for Auburn, 55 minutes gone in this second leg. Can he find a route through? Well, he's actually just going to give the ball away here. The run from R9 was tantalizing maybe for Dybala, but he plays it inside here, does Kareem. Hernandez now will probably go back to his defenders. Here we go. Maldini will switch this one across. Keeping a hold of the ball as much as he can. Gives Auburn less of a chance to find a route back in, but this ball forward to Dybala could be even a harder hill to climb for the side of Auburn. Not quite this time around. The chance looked like it was maybe going to present itself. The ball will be played out now to Cuadrado. Auburn trying to get back into it. Well played from the side of Hullet and for Kareem. Ronaldinho now down this left-hand side. Defenders out of position. Can he punish? Just choose not to this time. Hullet to Tonali as the ball on out wide to Dybala, and that seems to be the way he's wanting to go. But Hullet now in the middle. Feels like Kareem's controlling this one just a little bit better. Dybala, oh, he finds the pass inside through the legs of Ruud Hullet. R9 now back to Tonali, building this pressure as best as he can, but Auburn defending well.
As we're sitting very, very tight in defense right now. And it has to, because if Kareem gets another one, it's starting to look very difficult for him to have any hope of getting back into this match. So need to be picture perfect here in defense.
Raheem into Hullet, looking for the pass forward to R9. He was just waiting for that movement to find its way through. But Ibrahimovic is going to skip by his defender here down this right-hand side for Auburn. 66 minutes gone.
Yeah, just waiting here again, recycling the game, not allowing him to go forward, counter-attack, forces him go back and build it up properly.
Hullet trying to get the speed boost, well defended by Kareem. Is this potential counter-attacking opportunity? R9 heads it back now to Dybala. Now Brahim spreads it out wide, and I think if you're Kareem, you'd start to take your time maybe a little bit more here. All the time in the world to maybe try and find another, and that's the kind of pass you would not expect from Tonali. Perisic now. Oh, Tonali wins it back and then gives it away. Oh, he might be coming off after this for Kareem. Ball forward to Perisic. He's got room to play with in front of him here. R9 and Ronaldinho are the options. Hullet now. Back to Perisic. The free kick was on option there for Auburn, but it's R9. The reverse elastico to Hullet. Was looking for the pass of Ronaldinho and just about gets there. 15 in-game minutes to go.
Yeah, it was close. But just the last second interception from Di Lorenzo before he had the opportunity to find a free run. But on the other hand here, Kareem, this game has been in a very high tempo. Both players are not willing to slow down at all. Maybe we'll see Kareem start to do it soon. At least we'll have the pause here and see some tactical changes open. He's probably gonna switch, maybe potentially to the 3-5-2. Has been so good for him when he's...
It is looking that way. It is looking that way. It's a 4-3-2-1 for the side of Kareem. Looks like a swap maybe coming on through for Ibrahimovic. Maybe a bit more physicality on the side of Kareem. For Torino and for Auburn.
That's a wise decision, I think.
Yeah,
Ibra is going to play an important part for him in terms of playing out of the constant pressure, because of his height, his physicality. You can always just
changes afoot for both players. 13 in-game minutes for Auburn to first of all win the ball back and then try and find a goal to force extra time. But Ibrahimovic was plenty of space. Oh, and that might have been the moment. It just opens up for Kareem, and you've got to walk through those doors if they open for you. Ibrahimovic can't find the bottom corner. And now it's moving forward here for the side of Auburn. Mkhitaryan skips by. Ball back in here. Ronaldinho in the box. Tries to go for the pass across, but it's going to have to go back to Kessie. Now Ronaldinho back inside to Ibrahimovic. And it's Auburn who finds the goal back. Back and forth we go. And Ibra gets the job done at one end, but he could have killed the game off at the other.
What a final. I mean, first we see the finesse shot there from Kareem, and it's so close. It's time green. Everything is timed perfect. And Auburn there, just playing it around in the box, just working so hard to find an angle where he can shoot from. And at the end,
Auburn will have to fight back for it.
And he's going to play his chance. I don't think he's going to try to take the last attack or anything. It just doesn't seem to be his style. I think he's going to play it impulsive. If he feels that the opportunity is there, he's going to go for it regardless of what the clock says. If he just waiting it out. See, Auburn is sitting deep because he knows. Do not concede.
Yeah, do not concede. 6 minutes have gone in the 80. There's 4 minutes remaining here for, well, what will be presumably the final attack from Kareem. Spreading the play, keeping hold of the ball as best as he possibly can. 88 minutes gone. Final attack imminent for the side of Kareem. Could this be the final play that makes him the eSERIE champion here in 2022? Tonali now moves this one forward. Hernandez may well just stop putting the afterburners on here now as Ibrahimovic glides into space. That Hullet is also going to find, but also going to find himself in extra time. Nothing comes of that final attack. Kareem has had the lead.
Penalties, unless one of them have a magical trick in their sleeve.
Yeah, you got a rabbit to pull out the hat for either one of these players. Into extra time we go. Ball going to be played forward. It's going to be first opportunity here straight away for the side of Obrigado. It's a big save from Magnan. And just about gets it away if you're the side of Kareem. The defense opening up like the Red Sea there. As all of a sudden, it was a huge opportunity for Torino and for Obrigado, but Venezia survive.
Yeah, I mean, what a save by Magnan there. If Ibra didn't took a kind of bad first touch there, I think he would have scored. But again, it's margins and a very, very big chance for Obrigado. I mean, I think it's impossible to call right now which way this game is going.
So hard to call. If you're Kareem, maybe you don't want to offer Obrigado another opportunity to have to see a good save come in from Magnan, but you will maybe see that other opportunity now as the ball is being given away. Kessie to Koulibaly, recycling this one forward. 5 minutes or so remaining here in the first half of extra time, which just seems to go by in the blink of an eye. Out wide now to Dybala. Puts himself inside. Ronaldinho playing out position. Kessie not able to get there though, so that final attack we talk about has been exchanged time and time again. And it might just come here for Ibrahimovic. The ball onto R9. It's got to be it. And is the header going to be there for Ronaldinho? The option was on. Doesn't take the chance. And that final chance now will go to Torino.
Yeah, I understood the idea, what he wanted to do there, but I think maybe he could have gone for the driven pass there instead of the high through ball, but it's easy to be.
Yeah, in those moments.
Yeah, it's easy to sit here and say.
That final moment is not going to come in this half of extra time, no. Very, very tense between these two.
Prove it because he's been so good. So 15 minutes.
I wonder, Di Lorenzo on for the side of Obrigado, or the Torino club here. 15 minutes is all we have. Oh, it's been given away. Hullet's touch is just bewildering from the moment's item. Now it's going to potentially leave some doors open for the side of Torino and for Obrigado. 109 minutes gone. 10 in-game remaining. It's actually going to be one there. It's going to be Ibrahimovic to send Keita Balde out on this right-hand side. The pace is there. Can he find his way through? He's just been jinking his way. And it just felt like the door was maybe going to open. A huge slide challenge going to come on through from Tonali. And the advantage is going to be played R9 in acres of space. Koulibaly having to get back here against the Brazilian. Mkhitaryan now finds his way in. It's a big tackle from Hullet. Finds his way into Mkhitaryan once more. Koulibaly is there. 113 minutes gone. It's so hard to call, and I tell you what, both of the teams are really going for it. Kessie's going to win the ball back here, though, for Torino. Out wide now to Mkhitaryan.
Pressure's on.
Really, the pressure is on. 5 in-game minutes remain in this final. Mkhitaryan, he spun the defender, and he can't get it past him. Di Lorenzo will collect it. 116 minutes now. The pressure that Obrigado has been putting on Kareem has been relentless. He's been sending it to try and get a hold of this ball. Kareem will break the press, and you can see in the top left corner a sigh of relief from him. The Venezia man may well get this final attack. 119 minutes gone. Di Lorenzo. Back to Koulibaly. This will be one final opportunity before we see penalties. The ball out wide to Mkhitaryan is solid. Mkhitaryan ghosting into the box. He finds nothing. The ball is going to be played out. Which way is it going to go? It's going to go backwards. We will see penalties.
Wow. They have to be ready instantly here. Yeah, wow, what an ending! What an ending to this match! What an ending! Like so many good opportunities there, and you could also kind of start to feel, but let's get into it here.
Here we go. First one is going to be for the Torino man. It's saved by Venezia. Kareem with the first save and the opportunity to answer back. R9 to take his, and down in the left corner it goes. 1-0 to Venezia. Now an opportunity for Torino to answer back with Obrigado. Yes, he will. And it will be R9. It's a fine one for him, but can the lead be restored by Ruud Gullit here for Venezia? Yes, it can. Brilliant penalties as we head into the next one. Kessie for Torino, down to the right-hand side, but still that lead for Venezia will be here. If Ibrahimovic can convert this one, he can do. Into the bottom right corner. Gullit now to take one for Torino. This is a huge penalty to take, goes the right way, and now for Kareem. It's not the winning moment just yet. Ibrahimovic, though, will put him in such a good spot to do so, but it's going to be Obrigado to save it. Ibrahimovic now for the side of Torino, goes the right way. Kareem must score. Tonali to take the penalty, goes left, and Obrigado wins it! On penalties, he was down all the way through, but the man from Torino will be your eSERIE champion here in Milan.
Pointed to not get that one over the line. Obrigado just doing enough. Penalty shootout, the first penalty, he steps up, takes that shot, goalkeeper saves it, but then after that, calm, collected. As you can see, the celebrations going on in the studio with all of the Italian